Hiya lovelies, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Linz. So this is a really good opportunity for me to show you a really quick and easy dinner that you can get going in your Instant Pot. For instance, today I was meant to be doing this as a slow cooker meal, but time ran away with me. So yeah, we're just going to get in. So we're making my version of like a chicken casserole today. So I'm going to bring this down. I have my Instant Pot already on the saute function, and I've just got it on the normal mode. Just in case you don't know how to change over your settings, if you just press your saute button a few times, it will roll through sort of like a lower, then a normal sort of like medium high, and then really high. So this is smoking away in here, and I know this is going to make an awful lot of noise. I am starting off by just throwing in some onion in there. Now I am using today, I have a turkey leg, no I don't, I have a chicken leg and a chicken sort of thigh portion. So I am going to pop a few seasonings onto this. Now I'm going to be using some sage. And I am going to be using some ground white pepper. Now, just in case you haven't been here before, the reason I do brown off my onions before anything else is because sometimes if you just throw them straight in, you can get a very, I find anyway, a very metallic-y sort of taste off them, and I just don't like that. So now I am just going to throw in the chicken bits just to give them a little bit of sort of like a start. It kind of seals them in a little bit, and all them spices. Really, you're probably better off just throwing your spices in on top of that when you've thrown it in, rather than throwing it all over the kitchen like I've just done. But sure, that's that. So I just want to leave that now to kind of brown off a little bit. In here, I have actually 2 stock cubes with 600 mils of water. That's what we're going to be using to start with. In this bowl here, I have 3 good-sized carrots, 1 parsnip, and I had a few little lonely Brussels, so we've thrown them in there as well. Anything at all in there you can pop in. This doesn't need very long at all. It's just to get that initial bit of a coating on them. Oh, and I'm also going to be throwing in a couple of new potatoes. Now, again, I use new potatoes because they don't fall apart and go to mush. So I am going to be back in a few minutes when this has had a chance to brown off, and we'll show you the rest. Now, lovelies, this is quite loud, so I'm hoping the microphone's doing its job. But I just want to give you a look in there. Pop you back down. And what I'm going to do is just have a plate here, and I just want to fish them bits of chicken out. As you can see, you can't because the lighting's too bright now. They do have a little bit of colour on there. So that's that. I'm going to turn off the saute mode now. So that's that. And to start off with, I am going to pour in my stock. And this is just to make sure that you're getting rid, it's called, I suppose in a way, deglazing. You don't want any bits stuck to the bottom of that pot because otherwise you're going to get a burn notice. Now, the reason I've added 2 stock cubes, I tend to add a bit more stock than's necessary or flavouring, because when you're doing pressure cooking, if you've got any type of a thick sauce at all, then it tends to burn, so you get a burn notice. Right, in with that, first thing that's going in is my potatoes. Oh, we'll just throw them across the kitchen. Next is going in is my veg. We are going to be thickening this up though at the end, so stay tuned. Then we're going to put that chicken back in on top. Now this is classed as a 3-quart instant pot, so it's only the mini. So you haven't got a lot of room in there really. And hopefully I'll be able to give you a bit of a close-up. I don't know whether it's going to pick it up on the camera. But you do have maximum marks in there. You don't want to go over your kind of maximum. Yeah. Stop that from flashing. There we go. So now we are going to put the lid on. Now, if your Instant Pot is one with the manual pressure, make sure that is put over to sealing. And we are going to pop that. Trying to get you in close is, I don't know. Basically, we are going to go onto the pressure cooker mode on more. So the more you go through that, that's going to be less pressure, what's classed as normal, and then we're on high. And I want that on for 15 minutes. And when that's done, we will come back and I will show you what's going on then. Now, lovelies, this has finished, and as you can see by the timer, it's gone on to 6 minutes over. This is another really good feature about having the Instant Pot, is that when it's finished doing its pressure cooking setting thing, when it finishes pressure cooking, it will automatically go onto the keep warm function unless you turn that off before you start. So I am going to release the pressure on this now. It's going to be loud. So I'm going to release this, which is just like that. I don't know if you can still hear me, but we will be back when that's finished. So this has finished releasing its pressure now. So we are going to remove the lid. Now be careful doing this because you are going to have steam. Now these little slots in the side of your Instant Pot are actually meant for you to be able to put that in, but that's not going to work for me when I'm trying to show you what's going on. So I'm just going to pop that down there. If I can, I don't advise you moving your Instant Pot like I just did when it's on. But what I am going to do now is I am just going to fish them bits of chicken out. It's just going to allow more room. If you've got a bigger multi-cooker pressure cooker system, then you don't need to do that. Now in this glass here I have some of this, which this is a multi gravy. It's not for chicken, not for, well, it's for every type of meat, shall we say. Wow, I'm tongue-tied today. But I have 3 heaped teaspoons in here of that, and just a tiny little bit of cold water, because if you put hot water into this, it's just going to go really jellified and lumpy. So you want to make sure this mix is cold and well stirred. And what we're going to do is we are just literally going to pour that over, and that there is going to thicken up nicely. And that's your gravy. Now, if you did want to leave this for a little bit longer, you can leave that the kind of keep warm function on and just leave it to do its thing. I don't know whether the camera's picking that up, but you can see that now. That is getting nice and thick, that gravy. So once that is stirred in well, you can pop your chicken back in. Can we see how thick that's kind of getting? No, not really. Just make sure that's stirred in really well. But again, if you have as I said, if you have a bigger one of these, it's going to make life so much easier for you to be able just to leave everything in there. So I am just going to pop, if we can see that all that chicken is just falling away from the bone. I'm just going to pop that back in there. And then you can leave that on the keep warm setting for as long as you wanted. If you're waiting for people to come in, or maybe you're just not quite ready for it, very, very simple. So lovelies, I am going to pop a picture in at the end of when it's plated up and stuff like that. So just a quick video. I hope this has helped some of yous that have got your multi-cookers. It doesn't have to be Instant Pot. There's a lot of cheaper versions out there. And just for something that when you've come in after you've had, you know, one of them days and you just need to throw something in, you can even do this with chicken straight out the freezer. Now, you're going to want to adjust your times and temperatures a little bit. Normally, if I would have had them bits from frozen, I probably would have put it on pressure cook on high for about 20 minutes. So, you know, even if you forgot to take out your meat, Instant Pot all the way. Couldn't be without this little machine, and I don't use it enough anymore because of that in the background. But lovelies, thanks very much for watching, and I really hope wherever you are, you're having a great day, night. Just remember, take care of yourself, and I will talk to you all very soon, hopefully in the comments down below or the next one. Bye for now.